From taking down dramatic Karens mid-interview on live air,
I've watched football for 40 years. I shouldn't be somebody's coach.
to clapping back at a well-known figure after her wild remark.
It's the most difficult job on the planet. Oprah's not even a mother. How the would you know?
Here are 10 times Bill Burr dismantled Karens. Kicking things off with his stand-up paper tiger where he called out the overly sensitive Karens.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what the is going on. But I think white women started it. The f***ing worst. It's all they do is moan and complain. I had no idea how difficult it was to be a white woman in the United States of America. Evidently, it's really difficult.
The way Bill shredded their egos was relentless.
Do you have any idea what it's like to be me? Well, I imagine it would be slightly less awesome than my life.
But Bill continued ripping apart their fake moral high ground.
I'm really f***ing annoyed how white women have the f***ing balls to throw my white privilege in my face, you know? Sort of separate themselves from these white males with their white male privilege. It's like, you're sitting in the jacuzzi with me. The f*** are you talking about? Yeah, quit your f***ing whining.
Before wrapping up that bit, he hit the triggered Karens with one last dig.
Look, I'm sure that there's some feminists in the crowd right now not appreciating this joke, feeling triggered, feeling like they need to put out a hashtag or some and be brave and speak out. You know what? You're full of
Also, Bill has a history of putting celebrities in check, and he did just that with Leah Delaria during her interview with Conan about her new film.
Those put on, you have a tat that says...
No. I have that's all my ink. I have this mic on, so.
Yeah, that's all right.
Be a gentleman and help me out with my coat.
Hey, Conan, can you believe that marriage didn't work out? Yeah, I can't believe your relationships don't work out.
Bill didn't just go after the woke crowd, he also took aim at extreme feminists during his Netflix special.
Professional soccer player, right? She goes on to ESPN or one of these sports channels, and she starts going like, I don't understand. How come female athletes don't make as much as male professional athletes? Right? And all of these men had to sit there and act like they didn't know what the answer was.
And Bill shut down their momentum before they even got started.
They had to sit there like dumbfounded, like, I don't know. Why is that? That is a conundrum. I have no idea. Literally, I'm sitting at home screaming at the TV because you don't sell any tickets. Nobody is going to women's soccer games.
Despite knowing it could cost him, Bill still went after the Karens without hesitation.
And then you're going to come and you're going to get mad at men. They keep doing that. Why are you yelling at us? It's not our job. It's not my job to give a about women's soccer, okay? I have men's sport to pay attention to. It's your bullshit, right?
Before he let it go, Bill dialed the roast to another level.
We gave you a fucking league. None of you showed up. Where are all the feminists? That place should be packed with feminists. Faces painted, wearing jerseys, flashing it. Going fucking nuts like the guys do.
And even during his monologue on SNL, Bill didn't hold back from going after the woke audience.
The way white women somehow hijack the woke movement, generals around the world should be analyzing this. The woke movement was supposed to be about people of color, not getting opportunities, the at-bats that they deserve, finally making that happen. And it was about that for about 8 seconds.
And Bill wasted no time calling out the hypocritical behavior of Karens.
And somehow, white women swung their Gucci-booted feet over the fence of oppression and stuck themselves at the front of the line. I've never heard so much complaining in my life from white women. My life is so hard with my SUV and my heated seats. You have no idea what it's like to be me.
Not limiting himself to their actions, Bill revealed their hidden histories and ensured their ruin.
You guys stood by us toxic white males through centuries of our crimes against humanity. You rolled around in the blood money. And occasionally, when you wanted to sneak off and hook up with a black dude, if you got caught, you said it wasn't consensual. So why don't you shut up, sit down next to me, and take your talking to?
Bill proved once again that whether it's televised or not, he won't tolerate Karens who cross the line.
would you stop it like you have some sort of psychology degree?
The moment began casually during Bill's appearance on the podcast hosted by Tom Segura and his wife Christina.
You ever seen a shrink before?
Therapy, yeah, I went to therapy.
You went, but you stopped going?
Well, after a while, it's just like, well, you know, I've told all the bad stories, and I'm always going to have problems. It's just becoming like this, you know, lifelong car payment now to have to come over here. Be like, well, this happened. Yeah. My garage door was locked, and I just felt like a pussy after a while.
As soon as Christina began analyzing him, Bill snapped her right back to reality.
Yeah, you're full of anger. Because you flog yourself for being vulnerable.
Oh, would you stop it like you have some sort of psychology degree?
10 years in therapy.
So what? I've watched football for 40 years. I shouldn't be somebody's coach. Then you're going to like superimpose your issues of the psychos in your life onto me.
And Bill spoke with such clarity that even Christina's husband ended up backing him without hesitation.
It's like alcoholics. They just always like, oh yeah, you're drinking. You drink. You must be like me. Yeah. The whole world, because they're addicts. So they're so self-involved. The whole world has to be like them.
Yes, I agree. I'm so glad you're here to put Christina in her place. She,
I'm the worst, huh?
The worst.
I know.
And you know, think you're a shrink right now?
What Bill did to Christina on the podcast he repeated with Oprah tearing into her for pushing unrealistic narratives during his special.
You know, Oprah's on there, she's interviewing some clam, you know. She's giving her this big ridiculous intro, like she's done this, she's done that, she's done this, and she does the most difficult job on the planet. She's the mother, and continues on immediately. I just look at my girlfriend like, you know, like really? Being a mother is the most difficult job on the planet.
Without wasting a moment, Bill took it upon himself to ground Oprah's statements with a sharp dose of realism.
Oh yeah, all those mothers who a year from black lung, from inhaling all that coal dust. The women are just constantly patting themselves on the back about how difficult their lives are, and no one corrects them because they want to.
Bill just simply would not stop roasting Oprah with his savage lines.
What would you rather be doing? Drilling to the center of the earth, shaking hands with the devil? Every time there's a rumble in the ground, you wait for the whole thing to collapse down on top of you so they can write that folk song about you? You know? Would you rather be up in the sunshine, running around with a couple of toddlers that you can send to bed anytime you want on some sort of trumped up charges?
And even as he wrapped up, Bill left Oprah completely humbled.
I thought roofing in the middle of July is a redhead. I thought that was difficult. But these mothers are bending over at the waist, putting DVDs into DVD players. I don't know how they do it. Dude, any job that you can do in your pajamas is not a difficult job. All right?
But before he wrapped up, Bill gave Oprah one last savage takedown.
No time card, no taxes. You're off the grid. Making popsicle stick houses. I mean, it's the most difficult job on the planet. Oprah's not even a mother. How the would she know?
Tearing into public figures is Bill's specialty, and that extended all the way to the country's former First Lady, just like it did with Oprah.
I'm sick of Obama's wife. Yeah. This isn't some Republican rant either. It's just kind of first ladies in general. You know, I don't know what it is. All throughout my life, with each presidency, like these first ladies, they've just gotten more and more like chatty. You know?
The roasting wasn't over yet because Bill clearly had unfinished business with Michelle.
Well, why are you talking? Right? You weren't elected. Shut up. Your husband's not running a lemonade stand here. He's running the country. You don't just chime in. Let me guess, is this considered sexist?
But the second someone took the bait and answered him, Bill hit them with an immediate response.
Okay, you just nodded there, lady. Let me ask you this, all right? Let's say you had a leak in your house, okay? You call a plumber up. He shows up, and he goes, yeah, I think the leak's coming from the upstairs bathroom. We need to shut it up, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden his wife walks in, who isn't a plumber. And then goes, hey, you know, I'm actually thinking it's kind of... Wouldn't you be like, with all due respect, shut the up?
Before they had a chance to slap a sexist label on him, Bill already had them quiet.
All right, at some point, there's going to be the first female president, right? Exactly. Which means at that moment, you're going to have the first male first lady, right? And when that happens, that dude needs to shut his trap. I don't want to hear a word out of him. I want to hear from the president.
During one of his shows, Bill turned a single Karen's outburst into a full-scale takedown of her entire hometown.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Whenever an American goes to book a vacation, they go, hey, Florida, Hawaii, let's go to Nebraska.
One Karen tried to steal the spotlight during Bill's act and instantly regretted it.
They're up here pathetically screaming, look at me, every goddamn night. Well, sure, I'll talk about it. What do you want to know about it? What do you want to know? You want to know what it's like to sit in a Red Roof Inn in the middle of Nebraska?
Just like his legendary Philly moment, Bill clapped back with a full-scale roast of the entire city.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whenever an American goes to book a vacation, they go, hey, Florida, Hawaii, let's go to Nebraska. Yeah, and you know what? Guess where we're staying, sweetie? The Red Roof Inn, right across from the Denny's.
Before walking off, Bill circled back to deliver a final dose of humiliation.
I went up to Nebraska, and I understand why people have guns. I really do. Because you are on your own when you're out there, okay? 78 miles between the next driveway. They don't have names for the streets out there. They become dirt roads, little house and prairie.